Hello, friends. David Floyd here. I want to give a greeting to my brothers and sisters in the Lord. I hope you're doing well this evening. As I record this, we're getting ready to enter into the ninth of Av in Israel. And as I'm recording this, it's being reported that Hezbollah has just penetrated the Iron Dome in Israel and is bombing the northern part of Israel right now. So I'm going to ask that everyone please pray for Israel over the next few minutes and over the next few days. Things are looking very heated up over in the Holy Land. So we need to keep Israel in our prayers. Along those veins, what I wanted to do and what the Lord has been dealing with me in my prayers today is to give a little message about how much longer. It seems like the question that everyone is asking, myself included, is, Lord, how much longer? How many of you remember a a singer back in the days, Andre Crouch? He was very popular in the 70s in the gospel music, and he had a particular song that was "Soon and Very Soon." And one of the lines in that was, "Soon and very soon, we're going to see the King." And I believe with all my heart that that now more than ever is very, very true, that very soon we're going to see the King. How much longer, Lord? That's the question that so many of us have. How much longer? And as a believer and believing in the pre-trib rapture, I believe it could be at any time, at any moment, and without any preceding events because it's imminent. And this is essentially the belief that and understanding that Christ could return for us, for his church, at any time. And in so doing, sparing the church, the believers, from the wrath that is to come very shortly during the tribulation period. So now, as we observe these unfolding events, especially what's happening right now in Israel, and in the Middle East and around the world, for that matter, we all believe, and I believe, that many of these signs are pointing to the nearness of the rapture. These events largely have been occurring, all through history, but it's been intensified. So, to give some clarity, I want to share what I consider to be 5 key points that align with the current events that are happening and with Bible prophecy, and how these are all emphasizing just how close we may be to the rapture. Now, the first of these 5 points is the granddaddy, what I consider to be the granddaddy of all prophetic signs that declare that we are in fact in the end times, and that is that Israel is a nation again after being dispersed for nearly 1800, 1900 years. It's the reestablishment of Israel in 1948. It was the significant fulfillment of Bible prophecy as foretold in passages like in Ezekiel 37:21 through 22. It's Israel's existence as a nation that's essential for end time prophecies to unfold and to come true, including the beginning of the tribulation period with the future signing of a covenant with the Antichrist. It's found in Daniel 9:27. This initiates the 7-year tribulation period, as I said. Now, the in our face ongoing tensions, if you want to use that term, it's sort of an understatement, I think, and conflicts in Israel and in the broader Middle East with Israel's neighbors, but particularly with the current hostilities with Iran and saber rattling by Russia and Turkey and other states in the Middle East. These are the things that are continuing to set the stage for all the future prophetic events, not the least of which is the rapture of the church. Ezekiel 37:21, for example, says, "Then say to them, thus says the Lord God, surely I will take the children of Israel from amongst the nations, wherever they have gone, and will gather them from every side and bring them into their own land." This is a prophecy that has been fulfilled. And it's the number one, like I said, the granddaddy of all prophecies. Well, this being the case, obviously we are at the end, and that the revelation teaches this as well, but that the rapture could happen at any time. Another point, one of the keys that I think is indicative of the time that we are living in and the nearness of the rapture is this increased apostasy and deception. I just recently did a video on this about how the Bible warns of a great falling away and widespread apostasy and deception before the day of the Lord. 2 Thessalonians 2:3. And we're seeing this. We're witnessing a rise in false teaching and in moral decay, general departure from biblical truth, both within and outside of the church. And it's this increased apostasy that aligns with the conditions the Bible describes as preceding the rapture. 1 Timothy 4, 1 through 2. Now, the Spirit expressly says that in latter times some will depart from the faith, giving heed to deceiving spirits and doctrines of demons, speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their own consciences seared with a hot iron. The third, what I consider one of the key signs that the rapture is imminent at any moment, that is, we're in that season, is that the level of global turmoil is off the chart. All the calls for peace, but there is no peace. I think we can all agree that the world is experiencing unprecedented levels of turmoil, including including but not limited to wars and rumors of wars, desperate calls for peace and safety, especially with what's going on in Israel. And it's these frequent conflicts and this craving for peace negotiations involving Israel and its neighbors, in particular with Iran. These are all precursors to the false peace that's going to be established by the Antichrist after the rapture. It's this the stage setting is it's significant. It's it's like nothing I've ever seen in over 50 years, 51, 52 years of being a believer and watching Bible prophecy. It's it's unprecedented. Matthew 24:6 is the verse that comes to mind, is and that you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you're not troubled, for these are all things that must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So we're seeing increased level of turmoil and cries for peace. Key number 4 in my mind is this technological advancements and this exponential increase in knowledge. I've made multiple videos about this. It's just the fact that we're at a place in history that man's never been, at least post flood. It's just this increase in knowledge, modern technology that's made so many of the prophecies regarding global communication, economic systems, and a world or global surveillance system that is going to make the Antichrist system during the tribulation not only a possibility, but a distinct probability. All of this is being placed in place and restrained from its full functionality because the rapture hasn't occurred yet, but it's coming. In Daniel 12:4, but you, Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book until the time of the end. And many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase. We're there. In my opinion, we are there. And probably the most telling sign, the fifth key in my mind, the most telling sign is the convergence of multiple prophetic signs all occurring simultaneously. This includes the spread of the gospel. The gospel has, through technology, gone all over the world and is going all over the world. Natural disasters, the increase of natural disasters, the moral decay that we're seeing that is unparalleled since the times of Noah. And most significantly is the growing global alignment of nations around the world against Israel. This growth in anti-Semitism, which is like hand in glove with their alignment against Israel. It's this convergence that strongly suggests to me that we are in the season of the Lord's return, and the rapture could happen literally at any moment. Luke 21:38, Luke 21:28 says, "Now when these things begin to happen, look up and lift up your heads because your redemption draws near." I think we're there, family. And so what are we looking for and what are we looking at? I think these 5 key things are all aligning, all happening, and that we're at that time. I think the next couple of days should be very interesting. As of the recording of this video, the next couple of days in Israel should be or could be very interesting. And I think we should be in prayer more so now than ever. So, what does this mean for us? I think it's important as believers that it's crucial to understand the sign of the times and to have a heightened attitude of expectancy and to be found actively watching for the Lord's return. The rapture is imminent, and the evidence around us is confirming this truth. And now is the time to ensure that our hearts are right with the Lord, to share the gospel with urgency, and to live, as I said, in the expectation of Christ's return and our being taken to him, to meet him in the clouds, and to always be with the Lord. It's to not be caught unprepared, but to be found vigilant and to keep our focus on the Lord, knowing that he and his coming are near. So how much longer, Lord? I would venture to say soon and very soon. Well, God bless you, friends. I hope this was a blessing. I hope that you'll be in prayer and that you'll keep looking up because it won't be long. We're going to see the King. God bless.